The Baltimore Ravens finally have their potential wide receiver one. So today we're going to rebuild them with Odell in Madden and see how they can do. But massive shout out to Joseph for the suggestion. Go drop him a sub. Their link is in the description. And if you want a shout out just like that one, just let me know what team to do next. And when I pick your comment, I'll of course do the team you want me to, give you your shout out. And it helps me know what y'all want to see. So it's a win-win-win. And thank you so much for 2,900 subs. We are getting very close to 3K. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. I would appreciate it very much. And let's see if we can get to 150 likes on this video. We've been easily hitting that. So if you listening right now do that, we'll easily destroy the like goal and the sub goal. But that's enough plugging. No spoilers once again, but this rebuild finished up pretty nicely too. That's all I'm gonna say. I really hope you enjoy. And let's get into today's video. Hello everyone, it is Brandon the Simp here, of course joined by the GOAT, Mikey McDingle, and we are here in Baltimore because the Ravens finally have their wide receiver one in Odell Beckham Jr. Obviously, if you know this was like 2016, 17 or something, that would be ridiculous, but we don't really know what we're getting from him. We don't even know if he can stay healthy for a full season, and we don't even know if Lamar Jackson is gonna stay here. I do think with the addition of Odell, they are expecting Lamar to stay now, so we're not going to be trading him here. I'm sorry if you were hoping for that, but I just don't think you bring Odell in. I don't think Odell wants to come here if Lamar isn't going to be here, so I'm guessing there will be a re-signing for Lamar in the next couple weeks, but I could be totally wrong. I probably am. I am most of the time. It's 1 year, 18 mil for Odell with incentives. I think it's a base value of like 15, which isn't too bad. I mean, it's a 1 year deal. You're not too tight for cap here anyways, I don't think. And if Odell somehow regains at least most of his old ability, that's a steal. And then obviously outside of him, you have some other nice pieces. Mark Andrews, the offensive line is really good, especially Ronnie Stanley. There is a question at guard. I might move Daniel Falele there, even though he is like 6'8", we'll see. I like J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. I loved Rashad Bateman coming out of the draft. Hasn't really turned into much yet, but could now that the wide receiver one pressure is off of him. And then defensively, you have some really nice pieces too. Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Williams, one of the most underrated safeties in the league. Roquan Smith. Michael Pierce, when healthy, is good, but he's rarely healthy. Edge, you definitely have like a lack of a number one there, but I love David Ojabo coming out of Michigan. Odafe Owe is to me, but overall, I could see the duo of Owe and Ojabo becoming successful for us here. You obviously have smaller players like Patrick Queen, who definitely had a breakout year last year. Kyle Hamilton. I was lower on him, but I loved the fit here, so I liked that pick a lot. Justin Madubuike is solid. Overall, this is just a really complete and good-looking team. I mean, you're hard-pressed to find a hole here. Actually, I lied. I think there are maybe two. Guard, you're a bit iffy, but you do have depth linemen on the roster, as I was talking about. And corner, you definitely are looking a bit iffy there. I think general depth on the defense is a problem too, especially with your D-line, although I did like Travis Jones. Corner's just weird. I don't know what the fuck they're cooking there. I have no idea what's happening. Safety, I like Ardarius Washington and Geno Stone. I guess Malik Harrison is kind of your edge depth because they kind of played him there and he wasn't too bad, but I'm not too concerned about that. This team is looking pretty nice. I want to find more to say about this team. I just think it's really nice. Of course, there are no more injury concerns here in Madden, so players like Lamar will be good. Gus Edwards, Odell. I guess the problem with this team in real life is most of the players on this team have injury concerns in some capacity, so you definitely don't expect this entire team to stay healthy, but if they somehow at least mostly do, this is a deep playoff team for sure. But with that, I'm excited to get into this rebuild. I don't even want to say anything because I don't want to jinx anything, but this could end up being an elite team by the end of the rebuild. But that's all there really is for us to do here, and let's get to the mid-season point of year number one. I guess I blatantly lied to you. I'm not going to see you at the mid-season. We have a mentorship for Isaiah Likely. Let's go. Let's give him superstar dev. That's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I have no idea what we're going to do with him, but I like giving him superstar. That definitely doesn't hurt. Let's play him at receiver. Okay, yeah, I ain't reading all that. Leadership. Yeah, give me the superstar dev. You love to see that. And we have another improved rookie. Damn, bro, our players are out here trying to build the future as much as I am. Okay, that's who who I was hoping the first one would be. This is gonna be Kevin Zeitler mentoring Tyler Linderbaum. I don't know what I set the scheme as. I think it's power. So let's go run block power, which I didn't even really talk about Tyler Linderbaum. He was an amazing prospect. I thought he was like a borderline top 5 prospect in the entire 2022 class. They got him in the late first. I thought that was a steal. I absolutely loved that pick. Okay, now, what the fuck? Why did the CPU pick Shelby Harris? Now, let's get to the midseason point of year number 1. This is a weird start. I'm sorry. This is a weird start to a rebuild. Okay, I wasn't gonna show this because I didn't want to lie to you again. I just find this really funny. Coach, I know you're frustrated with Rashad Bateman. Dude couldn't hang on to anything last game. Do you see who is mentoring him here? Nelson Aguilar is trying to teach someone how to not drop the ball? Yeah, I'm definitely not letting him teach how to catch. Let's go, getting open. Fuck that. Medium routes, thank you. Just give me that. I don't know what our scheme is, so that's what I just do whenever I don't know what the scheme is. Okay, now, mid-season point. I promise. Unless something else happens. God damn, I didn't even expect to be that good. But we're 6-1. I don't know if we have ever gone like 6-1 year 1. Year 1 is typically pretty hard. Same with year 2. Lamar has not thrown an interception yet. I can't wait for him to finish with 15. Lamar is our leading rusher. I mean, that makes sense, but that's weird for Madden. Typically, you see at least one of their running backs do pretty well. Or maybe I just don't know the Ravens in this game well enough. Not many sacks allowed. Kevin Zeitler and Daniel Falele in contention for the all-castration team, but that's just because we don't pass much, but still very impressive, and we're getting next to no pressure. I don't know. This doesn't look like a 6-1 team. I guess just because Lamar's doing very well, but other than him, I mean, nobody's really doing that well other than our offensive linemen. But we have a breakout QB. Oh yeah, you can still get these with X Factor. It just gives you a ton of XP. I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, if we somehow do manage to hit this, it'll give him like 10 or 20,000 XP. I can't remember. I ain't reading all that. Give me the fuck out of here. Okay, well, that's probably not gonna happen, but we can hope for the best. And I feel like clicking on the short week never goes well. Well, I guess I can't say that. There are some scenarios that just absolutely curse you. One of them is the trap game one. You never win that. At least I don't think I ever have. I can't remember if this is one, but I feel like it doesn't typically go well. And then we have some re-signings here. These aren't going to be realistic re-signings because obviously these are carried over from this year in real life, but here in Madden, this would technically be next year. But we still do have Lamar, and obviously we're going to pay him. We'll see if he takes neutral. It's 7 years. It's honestly not that much money. It's what, like 46 per year? Let's see if he takes that, and he does. Okay, well, that's easy. Oh, we have Tyler Huntley here. I was thinking about trading him, and we might, because I don't see us re-signing him. We don't really have a reason to. We don't have a reason to keep him around now that we have Lamar re-signed. But what team would be interested? The Colts? The Jets signed Carson Wentz. Oh, that's fun. I wonder if the Rams would be interested. The Steelers signed Matt Ryan, and they're gonna start him over Kenny Pickett. That's fun. I love this game. It's great. Well, here we're gonna be sending a Ravens Pro Bowl quarterback to the Falcons, but it's gonna be Tyler Huntley, not Lamar Jackson. We just really don't have a need for Tyler Huntley anymore. He needs a contract. I don't even know if he's gonna start for the Ravens, but it would be, or for the Falcons, but it would be another piece to have there, so I don't know. I just didn't want him. We have no need. He's a solid backup in real life, but why not get value here? You know what I mean? Ooh, Joe Flacco, let's bring him back. But with that, I think we're good here. It fucked up the depth chart, of course, but I'll rearrange that and let's get to the end of year number 1. I'm gonna save the reveal of how we did for a second because it is the most EA Madden dog shit ever, but if you haven't already, I'm gonna plug again. You already know. Like, sub, turn on notifications, all 3 of those. Sounds like a lot, but it should take you like 8 seconds at most. Just an estimate, and it helps me out a ton. Plus, if you enjoy these videos, it'll just help you see more, especially turning on notifications. But 100 and I don't know what I'm gonna set the goal as for likes, but let's see if we can hit that. And again, trying to hit 3K very soon, so share with someone you think might enjoy, and let me know what team to do next for a shout out. But that's a lot of plugging. I'm sorry. This is a look at the team. I'm surprised surprised Tyler Linderbaum doesn't have superstar in this game. That's kind of weird to me, but it is what it is. Same with David Ojabo, honestly, because I see both of them as very like high upside players. I think both of them will be good in the future. I don't know for sure about Ojabo because he is kind of raw, but he could be very good. However, I'm guessing you can probably tell we got EA'd, of course. We finished 9-8, missing the playoffs. This game is so dog shit, dude. What happened? Did I call did I call it for Lamar Jackson? Was I right? He was pretty good still. Only 3,500 yards, which, you know, you kind of expect, but 34 touchdowns, 8 picks, 69% completion percentage. Nice. He was very good. He was very good. The yards were a bit low, but you expect that. Rushing, Dobbins, just over 1,000 yards, only 3.6 yards per carry, but 7 touchdowns. Lamar was very good on the ground, almost 1,000 yards, 4.8 yards per carry, 5 touchdowns. Even Gus Edwards had 8 on the ground. Rashad Bateman was our #1 receiver over Odell with almost 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns. Jesus. Mark Andrews only 800 yards, but 8 touchdowns. Odell under 800 yards, but 5 touchdowns. I mean, that could happen in real life if he gets hurt, but if healthy, he's probably getting over 1,000. Devin Duvernay only 400 yards, 6 touchdowns. I mean, I get the scheme isn't very pass heavy, but I feel like it should be a little more pass heavy than that. I don't know. Blocking, obviously not many sacks allowed because of the scheme, but Kevin Zeitler does join the all castration team. Of course, the no sacks allowed team. I feel like we've had a ton of those lately, so Kevin Zeitler does join it. Now, defensively, Patrick Queen led the team in tackles with 118 tackles for loss. Madubuike with 7. Oh God, we have 666. We're not going to talk about them. We're going to avoid it. Justin Madubuike led the team with only 6 sacks. I think I found our problem. Michael Pierce with 5, which it's weird. He had more than both of our pass rushers, considering he's more of just a pure run defender, but whatever. Odafe Owe with only 4.5. Roquan had double the amount that David Ojabo had as a starter. I guess he wasn't a full-time starter. He still had 800 snaps. Tyus Bowser only 1 sack. Well, I don't know what happened there. It wasn't very good, though. Marlon Humphrey had 4 interceptions, 2 for Marcus Williams, Jalen Armour Davis as a rookie, Kyle Hamilton as a rookie, and Roquan Smith, and then that's it. Nobody had even 1. So, yikes. Wait, I'm confused. How were we 24th in offense and then 1st in defense? We were 17th in points scored. That makes a little more sense. Okay, that makes a little more sense. 16th in points allowed. MVP goes to Jalen Hurts. Lamar at #3. No other Ravens, of course. Offensive player of the year goes to Derrick Henry. That's kind of rare, surprisingly. Lamar at #8. I'm surprised he wasn't higher because obviously the offensive player of the year takes rushing yards more into account than like passing yards for QBs, but whatever. I'm also surprised the Rashad Bateman wasn't up there. Unless I just fucking missed him. I might have. No, he wasn't. But defensive player of the year, as per usual, goes to Von Miller. Myles Garrett at 2, as per usual. And no Ravens. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Traylon Burks. No Ravens. Defensive goes to Jack Jones of the Patriots. Okay. We're getting weird here. I mean, he's good, but that's odd. Kyle Hamilton at #6. Jalen Armour Davis at 9. Nice. Yeah, that's a bizarre first year. That's definitely the weirdest year 1 we've ever had. But I guess that's typical with Madden, so whatever. Ew. The Cowboys beat the Chargers 21-13 in the Super Bowl. Chargers, of course, the last team I rebuilt, which if you haven't seen that yet, go watch it after this. It'll probably be in the end screen. It was a very fun one. No spoilers, but it did finish very well, I'll just say that. But Lamar actually has an upgrade here for fucking God knows what reason. He didn't win an award. I mean, he was up there for MVP, but I'll definitely take it. We have Rams elite safety here in Maurice Alexander. I don't know why I remember him, but he was good for like a year or two in like 2016 or 17. I'm pulling out the weird shit in this rebuild, apparently. I do get called a casual from time to time because I insult some people's favorite players, but I know something. I'm probably what you would call a football nerd, I guess. Not that Maurice Alexander's really that deep cut, but still. Anyways, in terms of re-signings, I think we're good here. I mean, it's literally all just depth players. I could bring Geno Stone back. I mean, he's cheap, 3-year, 9.3 mil, but also we could spend that money on a starter and just draft a backup safety, so that's probably what we'll do. But let's see what we can do in the off season. Actually, I want to see, are there any cuts we can make? I don't think there would be, but I just gotta check, of course. No, not really. In free agency, I have no idea who's even gonna be here because this is, of course, like the real life free agency. It doesn't update, or you can't go into next next year in Madden and use custom rosters, which is beyond stupid, but that's how it is. So, I mean, there are going to be players here that are obviously signed in real life long-term, like Deron Payne, but there are some available free agents. Who do we want to go with? We could pick up somebody. Mike Hughes, I mean, it's not a very good fit, but he would be a decent nickel, I guess. Nah, I'd rather develop Jalen Armour-Davis. I think we're going to be relatively boring here, unfortunately. We could pick up Yannick Ngakoue. Did he play here at one point? He's played for so many teams. He played for the Jags, Vikings, Colts, Raiders. Did he play for the Ravens? I can see him on the Ravens, but I'm also like, maybe I'm just thinking of the Vikings. Did he even play for the Vikings? Maybe it was just the Ravens. We could bring him back, but also he's very expensive, so I don't know if I want to do that. Hold on, that's gonna bother me. I gotta check now. Okay, yes, he did play for the Ravens. I guess he got traded there from the Vikings, so I was right about every team. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that. Again, not that that's super insane knowledge, but it's definitely useless knowledge, I'll tell you that. Do we get should I sign Michael Thomas? Is that like a brain dead move? Just have like the oldest receiving core of all time in a run heavy system? Yeah, it doesn't sound like a good plan to me. Did my game fucking just no, what's happening? All right, well, I'm stuck apparently. This is the weirdest rebuild of all time. Let's get to the draft. I'm sick of this game already. I've been recording for probably an hour. Here in the draft, we actually have the 15th overall pick, which is, you know, pretty amazing for this team. The Texans have the #1 pick, so I guess things kind of worked themselves out. I do think the Buccaneers are a likely top 10 pick in real life this coming up year. We'll see. That roster is disgusting. I'm glad I haven't had to rebuild it in a while. Oh, Christian Gonzalez is still available. We might have to do that. It also would be funny to take Joey Porter, because obviously Steelers division rival. Why the hell is Christian Gonzalez still available? That's my question. I feel like a lot of teams would need corner. Anthony Richardson is still available too. Will Levis. All right, well, let's go Christian Gonzalez. I wonder who these teams have been taking. I don't know who they possibly could have taken over these players, but Christian Gonzalez in, I think, back-to-back rebuilds, or I think we had him 2 rebuilds ago and then Witherspoon in the Chargers one. No spoilers, but yeah, obviously very athletic corner. He's an okay scheme fit here, I guess, so we'll definitely take it. And then in the second round, what else do we even really need? I mean, interior offensive line, we don't have the best overall players there technically, but they play well. We could go with a running back if there's a good enough back left. We could go D-line, edge. Let's see. I do see Charbonnet just went, so I don't think there's going to be a running back good enough to take here. We could go A-Chain though. I don't love Keon White in real life, but he would be a pretty decent fit here. He's a bit big to play 3-4 defensive or 3-4 outside linebacker though. I guess let's just go with the best offensive lineman available in Andrew Voorhees. Is already 24. That's really the main downside with him, but he's overall a good player. I like him a lot. Let's take him. Hidden Dev, of course. Good speed, good strength. Overall, I think he'll be a pretty solid lineman for us. I've had him in rebuilds before and he didn't play great, but we're not too pass heavy here, so I think he'll work. And I think with that, we'll just move Falele back out to right tackle and trade Morgan Moses. So we'll see. Ooh, Kayshon Bouttie's still available. I haven't gotten him all that much in rebuilds at all. Is obviously good when he's on the field, but that's the concern. He's not on the field very much. I do like him though. I would be comfortable with taking him. I wouldn't necessarily be comfortable taking him in the 2nd or 3rd round, but if it's like 5th, I'm like, sure, I'll take a chance on him. But this is Madden, so there's no character, no injury stuff here. Let's take him. Hidden Dev, obviously, the college glitched because Madden sucks, and whenever you save your draft classes, it just deletes their college 90% of the time, so that's super fun. But overall, I like that pick. He'll be like our 5th receiver, which is kind of crazy considering, you know, the Ravens have not been able to find receivers lately, but he's definitely a good depth piece to add and could turn into a starter for us sooner rather than later. We overall had a very, very nice draft. Christian Gonzalez is a 75 overall, of course. Very good speed, good man, solid press, overall good looking player. Andrew Voorhees is going to start at left guard for us. Like I was saying, we're going to move Daniel Falele back over to right tackle and trade Morgan Moses, so I think that will work out very nicely, I hope. Kayshon Boutte is a 69 overall, nice. Same with Elijah Ricks, who I also picked, just because we're kind of lacking in the corner department still. So I do think Ricks will start year #1, which is interesting. And then we also picked DeAndre Coburn, and Dorian Thompson-Robinson is going to be our backup QB. I just thought that would be a fun pick, so a 5th round pick isn't too much to spend just for fun. I do think I gave him superstar dev for these draft classes just because he is a very high upside guy, but we're not really going to be using him in this rebuild, so I guess we're going to have a superstar dev backup QB. Here we're going to be trading Morgan Moses to the Titans for a 3rd round pick. I think that makes sense. I mean, the Titans offense is similar enough to the Ravens. I guess it's the most similar just in the fact that it's so run heavy. I could see Morgan Moses being very solid on the Titans. A 3rd round pick might be a little steep considering he is already like 30 something, but he's a tackle, he's still solid, and the Titans are desperate for offensive line, so I think we could milk a 3rd round pick out of him. That I definitely could have phrased that better, I'm sorry. Bruh, again here with this stupid shit. Why are you teaching receivers how to catch? And if you're concerned with how he's hanging on to the pass or hanging on to balls, pause, why are you gonna like teach him how to get open? That won't help him catch. I mean, look at Jerry Jeudy. You know what I mean? Look at yourself, honestly. You're not bad at getting open, but like, I mean, he's better at sucking in balls than he used to be. But still not great. I don't know, just fucking faking out tacklers because we have the playmaker scheme. Whatever, sure, thank you. Here is a look at the team going into year number 2 of the rebuild. I don't know if it's better or worse than last year. Well, actually, I would definitely say it's better. We have a ton of high upside players. Obviously, re-signed Lamar. Apparently, I lied about Dorian Thompson-Robinson. I don't know why his dev trait got revealed already, just randomly, but he only has star. I thought I gave it, whatever, that's fine. Quite a few differences here on offense, though, except I lied and not really. We added Andrew Voorhees and no more Morgan Moses, and Ramondre Stevenson, as per usual, was just chilling in free agency here, so I was like, fuck it, he's a scheme fit here. Everything else on offense is the same, though, and then defensively, pretty much the same here, too. Except, of course, we added Christian Gonzalez and Elijah Ricks. It looks like Marlon Humphrey got X Factor, which is pretty fun. Also, Jonathan Grenard was just chilling in free agency, so I picked him up, moved him to edge. He sometimes does very well in this game as a backup. I don't know if he'll really do anything, but it couldn't hurt unless he somehow gets negative sacks, which wouldn't surprise me, knowing how this game works and my luck. But overall, we're looking very nice. Hopefully, we can get a better year from both Owe and Ojabo, but if not, then I guess it wouldn't be too hard to find a replacement there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. But I am playing Odell in the slot this year because I'm hoping that will get him more touches. I want him to be good because obviously this is the Odell rebuild. But with that, let's get to the mid-season point of year number 2 and let's see what we can do. Okay, well, you love to see that. At the mid-season point of year number 2, we're 6-0. I am still a little bit scared because obviously we were 6-1 last year and we all saw how that finished. Every team in our division has a winning record. We're 6-0. The Bengals are 6-1. The Browns are 5-2. The Steelers are 4-3. So honestly, we're probably gonna finish like 9-8 again and miss the playoffs because our division is really good. Upgrade for a couple depth pieces here. I really loved Charlie Kolar coming out of college, but they don't use him because they have Isaiah Likely too. Y'all better be proud of me though. I haven't even made one Isaiah Likely joke, although I likely will at some point during the rebuild. I'm sorry. We have some re-signings to make here. J.K. Dobbins, I would in real life, but he kind of sucks balls here, apparently. Kevin Zeitler, I will re-sign because he did play very well for us last year. 1 year, like, oh, okay. I'm not signing you to a 2-year deal. You're fucking insane. Devin Duvernay, honestly, we could probably find an upgrade there. A lot of these players are definitely upgradable. Justin Madubuike is good, but he's not interested at all, and we're poor. So, yeah, I don't think we're gonna re-sign really anybody else here. Maybe like Grenard if he plays really well because he's decently interested. But I mean, yeah, we just really don't need anybody here. So with that, let's just get straight to the end of year number 2. Are you fucking kidding me? Dog. Okay, I almost predicted this perfectly. Every team in the division did finish with a winning record, but I almost said 10-7, but I was like, yeah, we'll probably make the playoffs going 10-7, so I said 9-8. But no, we went fucking 10-7 and missed the playoffs. Oh my god. What happened? Lamar was fine. I mean, 3,800 yards, not great. 33 touchdowns is fine. Only 4 picks is very, very, very good, obviously. Apparently not good enough, though. Ramondre Stevenson with 1,100 yards, 3.9 yards per carry, 16 touchdowns, though. Did fumble 3 times. Lamar, almost 1,000 yards rushing, 4.7 per carry, 2 touchdowns. touchdowns, 2 fumbles. Stevenson was definitely better than Dobbins, but I still don't love the 3.9 yards per carry, so meh. Odell was our #1 receiver with below 1,000 yards. That's not ideal. 10 touchdowns for him, though. 900 yards and 7 touchdowns for Mark Andrews. 900 yards and only 4 touchdowns for Bateman. 800 yards and 10 touchdowns for Duvernay. So it was definitely more spread out this year. Every receiver had right around 900 yards. Very different from last year, where the top guy had 1,100, almost 1,200, and the bottom guy had like 450. Blocking, Daniel Falele was horrid. 11 sacks allowed in a run-heavy system. That's not great. Ronnie Stanley was fine. Andrew Voorhees was not super. Tyler Linderbaum and Kevin Zeitler were good. Roquan Smith led the team with 131 tackles, Queen with 126 tackles for loss, Madubuike with 15, Pierce with 12. In sacks, David Ojabo leading the team with only 6. 4 for Michael Pierce and Odafe Owe, 3.5 for Madubuike and Roquan. God. And Grenard had 0 sacks. I mean, he didn't play much, but Jesus Christ, you still had 370 snaps. How do you not get a sack? Not even half of one. Roquan led the team in interceptions, though, with 3, 2 for Williams, Humphrey, and Gonzalez, 1 for Ojabo, Queen, Hamilton, and Ricks. So what happened? What went wrong? We were 19th in offensive yards, 6th in defensive. What was the scoring, though? That's the important part. 18th in points scored. Okay. 11th in points allowed. I mean, I guess that makes sense. We were 10-7. We just got unlucky with how good the division was. Josh Allen wins MVP here. Lamar at number 8. Bryce Young on the Buccaneers. That's odd. Offensive player of the year goes to Joshua Jacobs. No Ravens here. Defensive player of the year goes to Von Miller, as per usual. Former Raven and Matt Judon up there. But no Ravens up there, unsurprisingly. Offensive rookie of the year goes to Jackson Smith and Jigba on the Jets. Okay. Hendon Hooker on the Colts. There's some weird shit. Quentin Johnston on the Patriots. That seems a little redundant. There's some weird shit going on in here, bruh. No Ravens up there. I don't even think we would have had anyone in contention. We had Andrew Voorhees, and he's a lineman, so he's not going to get up there. Jalen Carter on the Steelers wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. That would be scary. Christian Gonzalez at number 6. Elijah Ricks at number 8. We almost had a 6-9 again. Unfortunately not. But all right, second year in a row having a winning record and still missing the playoffs. That is unfortunate. I wonder if a defensive scheme change would be a good idea, or playbook change rather. But in the Super Bowl, the Giants beat the Bengals 37-31. I guess that's the Bengal Bowl. Yeah, that's definitely an interesting one. I could see both of those teams being in the Super Bowl in the near future. The Giants don't have the best roster in the world, but they do have one of the best coaches in Brian Dable, and then the Bengals just have a loaded roster. I mean, they're 14-3 here. So hey, you never know. For re-signings though, I would like Ramondre Stevenson back. However, I don't want to pay him 7 years. I don't even want to pay him 5 years, so I guess we're kind of fucked either way. I'll wait. We'll see if there's a good running back in free agency, because he was good, but he was only good because he got like 1 million carries. We're probably going to let all 3 of our backs go in Stevenson, Dobbins, and Edwards, and just try to find someone that actually plays well. Yeah, I mean, we're just kind of trimming the fat here. A lot of these are just depth players or players that don't do very well in sim. So let's just get right into the offseason, and hopefully we can upgrade this team a little bit. I wouldn't even necessarily say we're getting EA'd, because we're doing well, but our division is doing better. Ooh. Oh, am I tripping, or is everything like shifted low on this screen? Like, I feel like the LB and RB buttons are typically next to where it says active negotiations and eval period. Maybe I'm just tripping, I don't know, but that looks weird to me. So this is a really good free agent class, but it's not that good for us, honestly. I mean, it kind of is, because there are players like Tristan Wirfs, Chidobe Awuzie, I guess, but those players are kind of too expensive. We're kind of poor. So who we're gonna go for is Christian Wilkins. However, he is more expensive than I thought he would be. He's 20 mil per year, plus we had to go player friendly to get the lead for him. I can't even guarantee that he's gonna sign, but we'll find out. I kind of miss the games where if you have the lead, the player is guaranteed to sign with you. I'm so tired. I don't know why. But yeah, I kind of miss when it was like that, because it already took their interest into consideration. It wasn't just based off of the money. It was already money and interest. So wouldn't it make sense that the team he was most interested in signing with would be the team he was interested in signing with? Like, wouldn't that make sense? Unfortunately, it just seems kind of random, and they just pick whoever, even though the top offers already take everything into account. But it's whatever, dude. It's stupid, but it is, you expect that with Madden. We're gonna try to re-sign Ramondre Stevenson, we just went player friendly, or did we just go neutral? I don't know, but he's relatively interested. And then Trent Brown is gonna be our Daniel Falele replacement because he's been horrid. Well, he was horrid year one at right tackle. He was pretty good at guard though. I mean, Trent Brown is just pretty much the better version of Daniel Falele. I mean, I think they have the exact same build, 6'8", 380. Trent Brown's just already a decent player. So with that, let's see if any of these three players sign right off the bat. Trent Brown does not, but the other two do, and we get both of them. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get Trent Brown because we're poor. Is there a cut we can make now? Let me see. One that would actually make sense. Patrick Queen for 13 mil. I mean, he's a good player, so I don't want to do that, but we could cut him and re-sign him for cheaper. How interested is he in the team? We can just say we're extending him, but you can't extend players because Madden sucks. Oh, he's not interested. Okay, we're not going to be able to do that then. I can't guarantee that we'll get him back. Patrick McCarry, I mean, we don't really need him. He's just a depth player. That'll save us 4 mil. And I think actually, yeah, it looks like Kevin Zeitler did retire. So if we get Trent Brown, we can just move Daniel Falele back into right guard. Or maybe I would want to play him at left because that's where he did well, and move Voorhees to right guard because he didn't do well at left. We'll figure something out. This is getting very complicated for no reason, but we'll figure something out. Okay, we'll try player friendly for Trent Brown. I could see him on the Ravens. He's a really good fit there. But let's see if he does sign. We're obviously competing with the Steelers, a division rival, and we do get him. Beautiful. Here in the draft, the Detroit Lions actually have the #1 overall pick, which I swear they had like 3 and 4 in the last draft. What is their team? How are they not good yet? Like, they're a good team in real life, and they had 2 top 5 picks last year. What did they do? They got CJ Stroud in year 1. Or no, I guess that would just be the last draft. And who else did they get? Tyree Wilson. How are they not good? Oh, what happened to their corner room? They have Keely Ringo, but they somehow got Amani Oruwariye back. I don't know what they've been doing, but it ain't anything good, that's for sure. But we have the 16th overall pick this year. Maybe we'll end up with the 17th next year. I don't know. What do we want to do here, though? All the good pass rushers are gone because, of course, they are. There's this guy, but he's 277. He would be kind of weird to play at outside linebacker, but he is fast, so maybe that wouldn't be bad. He's probably gonna have normal dev, but I mean, he has good awareness, power moves, pursuit, tackle. His block shedding and play rec aren't great. He doesn't have any finesse to his game. I mean, he looks like a good player. He kind of just looks like Tyree Wilson in a sense. You know what? I don't know what else to do here. Let's take him. Bobby Oakman. He does have hidden dev, which is huge. Very strong, 89 strength, and also fast, 83 speed, so he's an athletic freak. Will he play well? Probably not. It seems like the worse the overall player, the better they play, but he's a good overall at the very least. Now with this next pick, I do want a receiver. Maybe I would probably stay far away from a guy like D'Angelo Overstreet in real life because he has well, he does have good short route. This guy actually could be good. He's fast considering he's 6'3", 219, very strong. This guy could be really good. He could be really bad. Well, I don't see him being really bad. He could be good. He could just be okay. And really, I think he's the best receiver. Ooh, I might take that back. No, I'll keep that statement. Pete doesn't look all that good. He's not even much faster than Overstreet, and he's supposed to be a deep threat. And I think all those other stats are just lies. So let's go D'Angelo Overstreet here. Obviously, you saw him. He's 6'3", 219, 21 years old, out of Michigan. Another kind of athletic freak, obviously fast, big, and strong. You know, Chip Kelly would absolutely just come himself over him, but let's take him. Only normal dev. That's unfortunate, but I do think he'll be a good overall. We'll see. He probably won't start. I will probably start Booty, but we'll see. What the fuck is that last name? Keller? Is it just supposed to be Keller? Helen Keller in this bitch? I don't know. Ugh, this guy's fucking terrible. I got baited. I saw A to C finesse moves, B to D tackle. I was like, ooh, maybe. I saw his combine. I was like, ooh, maybe. And then I saw F play recognition. No, thank you. I really don't know what else to do here, so I might just simulate the rest of the draft out and see what the CPU can do. Maybe. All right, well, this definitely wasn't our greatest draft ever, but that wasn't entirely my fault. Bobby Oakman is only a 73 overall at outside linebacker. He was a 76 at defensive end, which is very nice, obviously paired with his hidden development, which will probably be star, but it's definitely much better than normal. Overall, he looks like a good player, though. Good tackle, obviously a very athletic player, amazing speed and strength for his size, really good power moves for a rookie at a 79. And then D'Angelo Overstreet is a 73 overall. Is that what I guessed? I can't remember if I even guessed anything. You know what? I'm entirely just curious. Not that I'm even gonna do this. What is his overall at tight end? I don't know why I'm curious. I just am. 74. He would go up there. I did not mean to check fullback, but he would be a 74 overall fullback, which is bizarre. He would be a 78 overall running back. Now wait a goddamn second. He has kind of a weird build for running back, so we probably won't do that, but that would be fun. And then I did take this pick right here, Nicholas Burnett. I was still recording, I just didn't say anything for some reason. Not very strong, but very good pass blocker. A bit of a confusing player. Well, no, not really. I thought he had higher power than finesse, but was still listed with higher agile rating, or a higher agile rating, but I guess not. I don't know. I'm fucking tired. I need to sleep more. And then the CPU started doing fucking weird shit. They picked a 65 overall outside linebacker. He has good power moves. I probably would have been baited by him too. He has decent attributes. It's just the awareness is bad and his tackling isn't great, so it's sucking his overall down like your mother sucks me. And then it decided to, yeah, let's take a backup quarterback in the 4th round. I mean, he looks good. He has hidden development, but I don't want him. Can I trade him? I might honestly do that. I'm not interested. There are other teams that are interested, so we might honestly fucking do that. Yeah, the Chargers have a 65 overall starting QB. I don't want him. I don't care. Why did the CPU do that? They did make some good picks, like Joseph Carrington, a linebacker, at a 69 overall. Nice. Unfortunately, only normal dev, but looks good. They picked a lineman named Justin Hedgecock, which, cock. I'm mature. And then they picked, I mean, they did well. They picked a solid running back and a solid receiver. I just don't understand the 4th round QB and the terrible pass rusher. Whatever. I've seen worse from the CPU. I've seen the CPU take like 3 quarterbacks, so I guess I can't complain too much. Kirk Cousins back on the Commanders. That's kind of fun. Here is a look at the team going into year number 3 of the rebuild. Of course, some changes during this offseason. I mean, we just kind of shifted around our entire offensive line and added Trent Brown. Obviously, Kevin Zeitler retired, so it's a bit different looking there. We're going to be starting at Kayshon Boutte, who does have superstar development. He could be a really good receiver in the NFL. That's why I gave him that, but, you know, some things to overcome for sure. I did move Overstreet to running back, but we are still going to play him as like the number 2 slot, so it's still playing him at receiver. We'll kind of just use him as like Deebo Samuel, I guess, kind of, but not really. But everything else is relatively the same on offense. Oh yeah, also I moved Patrick Ricard. I did this like year 1. I should have mentioned it before, but I moved him to defensive tackle, and if they're playing defensive tackle, you can still play them at fullback. Obviously, he plays some defensive tackle in real life, so I mean, why not? And then defensively, we obviously added Christian Wilkins. We added Bobby Oakman. Yeah, Bobby Oakman. We'll start him, of course, trying to develop him. This is just going to be mostly a development year. Marcus Williams did get superstar dev, which is very fun, so maybe he can reach like a 90 by the end of the rebuild. At least I hope so. And then defensively, I mean, it's just about what you would expect. We have Owe as like the number 3 guy, Ojabo and Oakman starting off the edge, Ricks in the slot, which is interesting, Boutte is the slot receiver, and then Overstreet is the 3rd down back. All sorts of fun stuff happening here. But with that, let's get to the midseason point of year number 3, and let's see if we can succeed at least a little bit. But probably not, because we have a good team and it's EA. Well, this is a certified EA moment. Let me tell you that. At the midseason point of year number 3, we're 2-4. This is the best team we've had so far, and we're fucking 2-4, because of course we are. I don't even care what the problem is. I'm hoping it'll sort itself out at least a little bit, but it probably won't. We do have some re-signings here. Do I want to bring Michael Pierce back, or should we just trade him? I mean, he hasn't, of course he's having his best year so far this year, but I mean, like, we can't pay him anyways. We only have $3 million to work with, so it looks like we are going to be trading Michael Pierce. I mean, it's a good opportunity to offload some of these players when we're doing super poorly. We're going to be trading him to the Detroit Lions for a 2nd round pick. I mean, probably not realistic value considering he is old and like a pure run defender, but he is having his best season so far, and I want to get decent value for him. So we're taking a 2nd, whether you like it or not. We we also have, I mean, we're gonna have to figure something out with Odell because he's obviously the point of the rebuild, but I don't know what we're gonna do. Here we're gonna be trading Odafe away, unfortunately. Trading away, that's fun. The Cardinals have like a 70 overall outside linebacker starting, so we're gonna change that for him. We're taking a second round pick. Again, maybe too much value, but do I care? Not really. We wouldn't be able to re-sign him anyways, so I'm fine with this. So here we are at the end of year number 3. Again, I'm gonna plug, you already know, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, let me know what team to do next. Sounds like a lot, but it should take you like, I guess, 20 seconds to do all that, and it helps me out a ton. I would appreciate it. I'm sorry for all the plugging, but also I definitely want the channel to grow, and I know y'all enjoy the videos, so this, I mean, like, turning on notifications and shit will help y'all see them if you enjoy them. But we actually surprisingly have high morale here, which is surprising. Like I said, Oakman only has star dev, unfortunately. That kind of blows, but I guess it's better than normal. We've been really striking out with the dev traits though, for sure. I mean, I guess Booty has superstar, but I knew that. I'm just talking like the Madden generated ones, which I guess was only one class of players, but still. But we finished 7-10, missing the playoffs. I mean, this is the complete opposite of last year. Obviously, last year, every team in the division had a winning record. Every team in the division had a losing record this year. I love the consistency of this game. It makes so much sense. It's amazing, right? But Lamar was not all that good this year. 3,500 yards is not super amazing. 28 touchdowns, again, not amazing. Even for real life, that isn't that good, especially for Madden. I mean, it's fine for real life, but it's not like a top QB number like Lamar Jackson is in real life. And 9 picks is still good, but it's not a pass-heavy offense. So, I mean, if this was, that would probably be like 16 or 17 or something. Ramondre Stevenson was actually pretty good this year. He actually had a decent yards per carry at 4.1 per carry, 1,200 yards, 20 touchdowns, no fumbles. Could see a dev up from him in the offseason. Lamar also almost 1,000 yards on the ground, 4.6 per carry, 6 touchdowns. No 1,000-yard receiver this year either. Rashad Bateman was the closest, surprisingly. I don't know how, with 988 yards, 5 touchdowns. Odell with 750, below that even, in 8 touchdowns. Kayshon Boutte only 700 yards, 6 touchdowns. I don't understand this scheme at all. I mean, the first year, Bateman was the slot guy. He was our best receiver. Last year, Odell was the slot receiver, and he didn't do anything. And this year, Boutte was the slot receiver, and he didn't do anything. So apparently, the slot isn't the option. I guess it's just the number 2 receiver, which is weird. Mark Andrews, at a 95 overall, only had 600 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's fun. Blocking was interesting. Trent Brown was awful. Daniel Falele was not amazing. Ronnie Stanley was amazing. And Linderbaum and Voorhees were whatever. Tackles, Roquan and Patrick Queen led the team with 118. Tackles for loss, 14 from Wilkins, 13 from Jones, 9 from Oakman as a rookie. And sacks, we're getting a little better, technically. 7.5 from Ojabo led the team. 6.5 from Oakman as a rookie. Not terrible. And then what was terrible was Christian Wilkins only had 3.5. The same amount as Patrick Queen as an off-ball linebacker. That's fun. Interceptions, we had 2 from Roquan, Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey, Elijah Ricks, and Marcus Williams, and then 1 from Patrick Queen. Bizarre season. Where did we rank in offense and defense? Because I'm feeling a scheme change. Okay, we were 17th in points scored, which we had an 88 overall offense. We should have been better than that. We're going to switch both of them. 29th in defense. Yeah, we're switching both. MVP goes to Josh Allen. Jimmy G at a 69 overall up there. Playing better than fucking Lamar Jackson. That makes a lot of sense. He was at number 7. I love this game. Have I ever mentioned how much I love this game? I don't think I've mentioned it enough. Josh Jacobs wins Offensive Player of the Year. No Ravens. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Von Miller for the 3rd year in a row. Josie Jewell on the Titans. That gave me whiplash. I don't know why, but it did. Nobody up there, unsurprisingly. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to George Banks of the Broncos. I wouldn't say quarterback was their biggest need because Russ was actually playing really well, but whatever. Overstreet at number 10. I didn't see what he did at all. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Bobby Oakman. Okay, if he can get a superstar dev, that could be nice. Well, he will. It's pretty much locked. shocked, and if he doesn't, I'll give it to him. I don't care. But yeah, I think like an award guarantees a dev up. I'm pretty sure. Ew, that's a gross Super Bowl. I'm not a big fan of either of those teams' fan bases. The Raiders, led by 69 overall Jimmy Garoppolo, win the Super Bowl 26-14. The Jimmy G Bowl, I guess. We do have an upgrade for Bobby Oakman here, of course, because he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Did go up to Superstar Dev. You'll love to see that. Got even a speed upgrade up to 84 speed now. Only 83 power moves. I thought it would go up more, but definitely not too bad. Weird thought, but how would this team work as a 4-3? Ojabo would be kind of weird as a 4-3 defensive end because he's what, like 240? No, he's 255. Why'd I think he was 240? Was he 240 at one point? Am I stupid? I must just be stupid. This team might actually work as a 4-3 because Oakman would go way up at defensive end. Wilkins would go up at defensive tackle. We're kind of lacking on the defensive line now, and then we could just find a linebacker. It wouldn't be hard. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna transition to a 4-3. I don't see why not. Okay, so I'm gonna make a weird move here. I did pick up Rashad Bateman's 5th year, and I kind of regret that because he costs 14 mil on the 5th year, and we can literally just re-sign him for cheaper in free agency. So I'm gonna cut him, and like I said, we'll just re-sign him in free agency. Or if not, we can look for a better option. I don't know, because he's produced, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's great. And this is where I really wish extending was a thing, because I would just extend Ronnie Stanley and Marlon Humphrey and just push their money back a little bit, because he's on the last year of his deal, because it looks like every contract has the big year this year. Am I frozen again? I swear to God, every time I play this game, I discover a new glitch. I guess this isn't really a glitch though, it's just frozen. No, the franchise is still moving at the top. Dude, I don't know. But yeah, like I was saying, I wish extending was a thing because it would just make things a lot easier. I would just do what the Saints do and move their money just as far back as I can. I still don't think we're gonna be able to re-sign Odell here. No, we might be able to. 3 years, 28 mil, it's player friendly. He's already 32, so this wouldn't really be a realistic contract for real life, but that's probably what we're gonna have to do here. So let's see if he takes it. He does, and that's all we're gonna be able to do here. We're not gonna be able to bring Patrick Queen back. We're honestly not even gonna be able to bring Rashad Bateman back. So if this wasn't an Odell rebuild, I wouldn't have made that move, but I mean, he's the point of the rebuild, so I gotta bring him back. Oh, and of course, free agency's loaded this year. Micah Parsons, Chris Lindstrom, Tyson Campbell has an X Factor, Greg Rousseau, Pat Freiermuth. I mean, there are definitely some solid players here. JOK with X Factor, but he's asking for edge money, so that's interesting. Yeah, this would definitely be a nice free agency, but we're poor, so that's tough. Is there any other move we can make? I don't think so, unfortunately. So I think we're just gonna have to accept our L and get into the draft. I mean, the positive of being terrible is obviously, high draft pick with an already good team. Again, it doesn't make sense that we were so bad, but I'm used to it. Shouldn't have to be used to it, but I am. The Rams have the number 1 pick here. Let's sim to our pick, number 9 overall. We do have some pretty big needs. I mean, we only have 3 wide receivers on the roster. I wonder if this guy's actually good or if he's just like the last guy we took. He looks very similar to the last guy we took, but I mean, he might just be the best receiver available. Although James Pratt does look pretty nice, I guess. Robert Batten doesn't look that good. I think the best receiver on, this guy ran a 4.24, obviously elite speed and acceleration, but other than deep route, his attributes aren't that good, but his deep route is an A. Or we could go Mitch Parrish, who is also fast and strong and actually has good catching stats and release. Oh, this is a tough situation to be in. I don't know what to do. We also do desperately need linebacker, but there definitely isn't anybody worth taking here. It's doing this stupid ass top 5 glitch again. I hate that so much. There are good looking off-ball linebackers here though. Let's just take the highest rated guy on the board, Mitch Parrish. He's probably gonna have normal dev, but is fast, strong, good spec, catch, release. At the very worst, he should be like a 72-3 normal. At the very best, he could be like a 77 superstar or something. So let's take him. He does have hidden dev, 92 speed, which isn't quite as fast as I thought it would be, but good strength, good excel. I like it. And also, I'm forgetting, we do still have D'Angelo Overstreet. Is he gonna be like a 74 if we move him back to receiver? Did he develop? Yeah, he is. So we'll move him back there, and that should kind of make it look not quite as gross. God, we still need a linebacker so bad though. though. I could end up trading for one later. Ooh, I might not have to. Oh, he's slow. He looks good though, but he ran a 4.71. It's not great. Yeah, top 5 talent for sure. I hate this game. This linebacker does look good. What's his speed? 4.61, good reps, good vert. This guy might be better. Yeah, he looks really nice. Let's go Ray Hodges. Ah, hidden or normal dev, god damn it. But solid speed, solid strength, really good excel. Maybe the other guy would be better, but we might be able to find out if he was better. Oh, he's gonna go 1 pick before us. What? The Patriots right here. No, they go QB. Okay. I'm being extremely pessimistic in this rebuild. I'm sorry, but I think I have a valid reason to be. I guess I am in every rebuild, because this game blows. But we will go Matt Walton as well. Very slow, but outside of that, I mean, he looks fine. I mean, 4.71 isn't like ridiculously slow, but he's not quick. We're hoping he has decent coverage, which he may not, but let's take him. Okay, he does have hidden. He has 84 speed. I'm surprised it's even that high. I mean, that's the same as the last dude, so that doesn't really make sense. I guess the last guy just had a lot better acceleration, but this guy might be even better. We'll see. And now, I mean, shit. We got a receiver, we got linebackers. We're pretty lucky that there were some there, but will it result in wins? Who knows? Oh, what the hell? A zone coverage for a late round middle linebacker? That's something I've never seen. Good speed too. Morris Nicholson, I mean, he doesn't look like a good run defender, but I mean, he could be. He could have A tackle, B pursuit, A hit power. I would wager that none of those are actually as high as they could be, but they could be. So let's take him. Hidden dev. We went from no linebackers to too many linebackers in one draft. Oh, we had probably our best draft yet, and boy did we need it. Mitch Parrish, I feel like I said that wrong, but that's what it is. Mitch Parrish is 1 overall higher than I said his like upside is. He is a 78. I said he is at best a 77. Of course, it had to go 1 higher to just say fuck you. He's a 78, but I will definitely take it. I don't know what his dev trait is gonna be, but he looks very good. Ray Hodges is a 75. That's better than I thought he would be too. Really good tackling, really good excel, solid speed, decent strength. I mean, he looks like a really good player. Not the best in coverage, but that's fine with me. He's a good enough run defender to make up for it. Matt Walton isn't quite as high as I thought he would be. He was a 71 middle linebacker. I moved him outside. He goes up to a 72. Not good in coverage, but a good run defender. So we'll definitely take it. And then someone who is good in coverage is Morris Nicholson, 70 overall. Basically a safety playing linebacker. I mean, 88 speed, 91 excel. Is 235. I'm curious. I'm not going to move him to safety, but what's his overall at safety? My guess is like a 73. 72. Okay. Fuck me then, I guess. And I mean, outside of that, Jonathan Johnson, which is a fake ass sounding name. It's like John Johnson, the former Rams safety. He ran a 4.24, which only turned out to be 97 speed, surprisingly, but that's still very good. And then I just kind of went for depth for the rest of the draft. I didn't make the Al Mitchell pick, but I did make the safety picks and the running back pick. So, I mean, I can almost guarantee we won't be good this year, but we have a good team, at the very least. Here is a look at the team going into year number 4 of the rebuild. Obviously, a very good-looking team, especially on offense. We're an 88 overall. Our receiving core is still a bit iffy, though, but it should develop throughout the year. Of course, Parrish, the rookie, Kayshon Boutte would both turn into very good players for us eventually, I'm sure, but unfortunately, this is the last year. Mark Andrews, we'll see if he can hit a 99 by the end of the rebuild. Maybe. And then defensively here, we are only an 84, but we do have players, again, who should develop throughout the year. I mean, our defense overall is really young. I think we only have 2 players, or we might have 4, like 27 or older. Christian Wilkins, Roquan Smith, Marcus Williams, and Marlon Humphrey. How old is Roquan at this point? Is he just barely... Oh, wait, what? He's 29? Why does that not seem right to me? I guess it is, but I think of him being younger in real life. So is he 26 in real life? I thought he was like 24 or 5. I guess I'm stupid. But yeah, I mean, overall, we're looking really good. We'll have to see what we can get from Barry Oakman in year number 2. I should change his name to Sean Oakman. That would be fun. And then here are the specialists, about what you would expect, probably. We are going to play Parrish in the slot just to hopefully develop him, and just because he is better than Boutte. And also, if you're wondering, I did switch the playbooks. I switched them both to Kansas City, so we'll see how those do. Obviously, Lamar isn't going to be running anymore in this scheme, but that might not be a terrible terrible thing because our offense just wasn't good. But with that, let's get to the end of year number 4 and let's see how we can do. Can't wait to miss the playoff, baby. So y'all already know why we're here. Here's a look at the team at the end of year number 4, and if you have not already for some reason, yet you've made it all the way here, be sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications. I mean, all 3 take you like 5 seconds. Helps me out a ton, and I mean, if you've made it here, clearly you've enjoyed at least a little bit, unless you skipped all the way through, which I don't know why you would do that, but maybe. Go watch the rest of the video if you did that. It was a very frustrating one, as most of these are, because the team never performs as well as it should. And also, let me know what team to do next for a shout out. But of course, both of the rookie hidden dev starters that we had did end up being only star in Mitch Parrish and Matt Walton, god damn it. I'm trying to get better at remembering the drafted players' names, but it's not happening. I'm trying, but it's tough because I'm stupid. But we finished 11-6, finally making the playoffs. This is our third winning season of the rebuild, but it is our first playoff appearance. Now, in terms of stats, it definitely could have been better. I already checked some of these. Lamar with 4,300 yards, 39 touchdowns, definitely good, but he threw 17 picks. That's not great. How old is he here, actually? Is he like 30 yet? He's 29. Okay, interesting. I don't know why I wondered that. I just wondered how old he was. I don't know why. I'm very tired, like I was saying. 1,200 yards for Ramondre Stevenson led the team with 4.4 yards per carry, 12 touchdowns. No shit, it led the team. I don't know why I felt like saying that. He was our starting running back, but whatever. 1,269 yards for Mark Andrews. Nice. 11 touchdowns for him. Still below 900 yards for Odell. Only 887, 10 touchdowns. Mitch Parrish with 862 yards, 6 touchdowns. Kayshon Boutte, only 650 yards, 6 touchdowns. Blocking, Daniel Falele outside of the first season has been awful here. Trent Brown, not a great season. Ronnie Stanley was very good. Tyler Linderbaum wasn't amazing. Andrew Voorhees was solid. Defensively, 117 tackles for Roquan led the team, 111 for Ray Hodges. Tackles for loss, we had 16 for Ojabo, 13 for Oakman, I see something, and 11 for Wilkins, and then sacks, 10.5 for Bobby Oakman was very solid. Outside of that, though, I mean, literally nothing. We had 5 from Ojabo, 4 from Wilkins, who were paying like 20 plus mil a year, and 4 for the rookie Ray Hodges. Oh yeah, I guess I did kind of rotate him on the edge, which is interesting. He was as effective as our starting defensive tackle one. That's fun. Marcus Williams led the team in interceptions with 4, 3 for Ricks, 2 for Smith, Hamilton, and Humphrey, and then 1 for the 2 starting rookie linebackers. Where did we rank? Well, I already saw this. I just want to show y'all. We were 12th in points scored, which, I mean, we had a really good offense, and 16th in points allowed. I'll check where our team ranks in terms of overall after, but I feel like it should have been higher. This game is so bad. Jacoby Brissett wins MVP on the Eagles. I hate this game. Hunter DeLong. Oh, I was gonna say, do they still have Hunter Long? But the Rams have him now. Wrong LA team. No Ravens up there. The pictures aren't loading for some reason. That's cool. Josh Jacobs wins Offensive Player of the Year. Ramondre Stevenson at number 8. He's been really good, especially considering I just picked him up out of free agency. Max Crosby wins Defensive Player of the Year. Jalen Carter on the Steelers at number 5. That's fun. I mean, that's not fun for us, but I think we're fine considering the Steelers went 4-13. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Orlando Booker of the Broncos. Mitch Parrish at number 4. And Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ray Hodges. Okay, I mean, he did have a very good year. Matt Walton at number 7. So overall, I'm pretty happy with how that went. Yeah, Ray Hodges, 111 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 4 sacks, a pick. Definitely a really solid year. And we actually have a breakout linebacker. I wonder if that is him. I would assume so. Yeah, it is. Ray Hodges. Okay. Hold the Browns to less than 250 total yards or get Ray Hodges 1+ interception, forced fumble, tackle for loss, or sack. Sounds doable. I don't know if we'll win even. We have to win this game, clearly. It's a playoff game. But if we do win and hit it, that would be huge. And then we have a first of many scenario. Kind of depressing that this is finally our first playoff game, but it is what it is. Always got to play it cool, you know what I'm saying? I almost just simulated the week. Jesus Christ. I actually want to check before, though. Where does an 87 overall rank in the league? Seahawks are an 85. Good lord, they got Tyson Campbell and Jalen Hurts. Oh, we're actually up to an 88 now even, so I'm guessing the Chiefs will be the same overall, but I bet we have the best team in the league, at least tied for it. The Chiefs are an 86, so we literally have the best team in the league by 2 overall. The Vikings are also an 86. So yeah, we're the best team in the league, yet we only had the 12th the best offense and 16th best defense, and we're probably gonna lose this game. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But let's jump in here against the Cleveland Browns, our division rivals, and inevitably lose. Here we go in the playoffs against our division rivals in the Cleveland Browns. Are we gonna win? Probably not. Do we deserve to? Yes. Will I be surprised? No. Will I be disappointed? Yes. Lots of questions here. We'll see if we can do it. Probably not, but we'll see. We go up early 7-0, now 14-0. Okay, we're smoking them early, but they do get a touchdown. We're up 21-7 though, now 28-7. They do score back to back though. We are up 31-25 going into half. Very high, very high scoring game. We're up 42-24. We have a pretty comfortable lead. However, that lead is slowly going away. We're only up 49-38, but that's still an 11-point lead and more than enough to push us on to the divisional. That didn't look like Mikey McDingle. Who was that? Oh, what the hell? Deshaun Watson and Lamar had the exact same amount of yards and touchdowns. Did I say Lamar Jackson and Lamar? I meant Deshaun Watson and Lamar. I don't know what I said. Watching these back, I realize I say the stupidest shit sometimes. Like, I don't know. I'm just stupid. Lamar definitely outplayed Watson though, in terms of the interceptions and completion percentage. So you love to see it. And we have a breakout player scenario. I hope we hit it. Honestly, oh, okay, we didn't hit it. But, I mean, the XP would have been nice, but the dev trait wouldn't have done a whole lot because this is the end of the rebuild soon. Of course, he's blaming the scheme. I'll bench you, you dickhead. No, I won't. He was very good. And then we have a recap for the first of many. Just give us our staff points and let us get out of here. Thank you very much. And let's see who we're going to be taking on in the divisional. Well, rest in peace our hopes and dreams. We're going to be taking on the Chiefs. Now, I mean, we do have the better team here at an 88 to their 86. And I guess we just have their exact same playbooks. So we're just kind of an upgraded version of them, honestly. Will it end up that way? Probably not. We're probably going to lose. But I said that about the Browns and I was wrong. So, well, who am I kidding? I say we're going to lose in every playoff game, but sometimes I do end up being right. Most of the time I do. But let's jump in here against Kansas City at home and let's see if we can take them down. Here we go in the divisional against the Kansas City Chiefs. Good luck to us. We're gonna need it. Let's simulate this game out though and see if we can somehow win. The Chiefs go up early 3-0. We get down there and we do get a touchdown. We are up 7-3. They do get a field goal, but we go up 14-6. They put up a touchdown though and they're within one, but we put up another touchdown. We are up 21-19 in the third quarter. We do put up another touchdown though, making it a 2-score game. We have the lead 31-22, now 31-25 in the closing seconds of the game, and we win it. What is the Ravens chant? It just sounds like go pack go. Is it go flock go? Is that what they're saying? Is that a thing? I've never heard of that. Am I stupid? I'm probably stupid. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ravens fans. I just have never heard that. Ooh, huge upgrade for Bobby Oakman. You love to see that. Up to an 83 now. And no scenarios here, so let's jump in and see who we're going to be taking on in the conference championship. It's going to be the 12-5 Las Vegas Raiders. That's a scary team here. They do really well in Madden Sim for some reason. I'm sure they wouldn't if I controlled them, but they do well here. We have an upgrade for Morris Nicholson, our backup linebacker, but let's jump in here against the Raiders and hopefully get a win, but we probably won't. Here we go in the conference championship in Allegiant Stadium, and let's simulate this out and see if we can somehow get a win against the Raiders. We go up early 7-0 though, and they drive and do get a field goal, but we have the lead 10-3 in the second quarter. They do get another field goal, but we're up 17-6. They still haven't scored a touchdown. They get another field goal, and we score, making it now 31-9 in the fourth quarter. 34-9. They do get a touchdown, but we get another one, and we win 41-16. Whoa, Lamar had a weird game. 25 for 31, 300 yards, but no touchdowns, no picks. He was efficient, just, Zach Moss had 4 rushing touchdowns. What's the playoff rushing record? I would bet that tied it or got close to tying it. It might be 5, but it could be 4. That's odd, but we get a win and we're gonna be on to the Super Bowl. Let's see who we're gonna be taking on. The Minnesota Vikings? I thought they're normally awful in this game. We have an upgrade here for Christian Wilkins though. That's pretty massive. We need as much help as we can get. We're up to an 88 overall on defense now. The Vikings went 9-8, but they do have an an 86 overall team. They have a very nice roster. I feel like Madden does get more realistic when it gets to the playoffs for the most part. Sometimes it's not, but at least in terms of overall, I mean, upsets definitely can happen, but it seems like the better overall team does win most of the time. I wish it was like that for regular Madden Sim. I mean, obviously the better team shouldn't win all of the time, like the better overall team, but it should win most of the time. Like, upsets should be a thing, but they shouldn't happen more often than not, and that's the problem. That's the shitty part with Madden simulation. But anyways, pointless ramble over. We have a Super Bowl Media Day scenario. This is technically everything for the Super Bowl. This is our last year. We don't win it here, we don't win one, but it would be nice to win one in back-to-back rebuilds, and now that I say that, we won't, but we will try at the very least. Here we go in the Super Bowl against the Minnesota Vikings, two purple and yellow teams. I can't believe I just realized that, but let's simulate this out and see if we can somehow win. The Vikings go up early 7-0, but we do get a field goal. We are down 7-3 though, but we do put up a touchdown, and the Vikings put up a field goal to tie it. They drive and don't score, and we drive and do get a field goal, which is definitely better than what they did. We have the lead 20-17 in the fourth quarter. We get a safety? What happened? We score in the closing minutes and win the Super Bowl 26-17. That was a thick boy right there. I don't know who 97 was, but we win a ring with the Baltimore Ravens, get back-to-back rebuild wins. First the Chargers, now the Ravens. Ray Hodges is the Super Bowl MVP. Didn't get the breakout, but had a big game when it mattered. But I really hope y'all enjoyed. This is an amazing way to close out yet another rebuild. Give Odell the Lombardi. Let's see it. Give it to him. He was holding it at the beginning. They give it to Lamar. That works too. But again, I hope y'all enjoyed yet another banger rebuild. If you did, again, like, subscribe, turn on notifications. But that's it for me, and I'll see y'all again in the next video. Goodbye.